Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we're discussing the gruesome killing spree of the wanted serial killer who has brought carnage in New York. Hello, JJ. It's an honor to be on your show. I'm glad that the murders have boosted your ratings. I don't make a single dime off any murder. I cover the news and people are hungry for it. So what's your name, mister? Cletus Kasady. I think the audience would enjoy a nice little debate between us about Carnage. Who is Carnage and what does he want? JJ, let me tell you something about serial killers. They aren't born. They're made. When you grow up with a rich dad that beats and molests you and mommy every day, when you get cast out in the streets by that same dad and can barely afford tuna cans to eat or a cheap cockroach-infested apartment to rent, when you clean crap every day because it's the only job that society thinks you're worthy of, when you hear voices and see things that no one else hears or sees but you can't afford medication to help, when every man and woman you've ever loved never returns your love, when punks on the street try to mug you for no goddamn reason, when the hookers you resort to only give you STDs, when UFOs in the sky make you paranoid about aliens taking over the world, those are the kind of things that make a man become a serial killer. Those are the things that make a Carnage or a Jack the Ripper. That's the easy way out, Cletus. Just blame society. Only a cold-blooded killer and coward would resort to that. No, some people are just born evil. I've covered news my entire life, boy. Carnage is nothing special. He's the freak of the week, a loser, a nobody, somebody crying out for attention because he was born without empathy, born with a sick brain, explaining why daddy didn't love him. And to hear you try to blame the good people of New York for this monster just sickens me. You know, JJ, you remind me a lot of my father, and I hated my father. You're just a rich prick who deserves what's coming to him, just like all of Carnage's victims. All right, Cletus, you inbred, that's it. I've heard enough from you. Everyone has. Off my show before I call the police. How about a quick joke, JJ? The only joke here is you. Take a hike, you psychopath. You don't get the joke. That life is utterly meaningless, totally absurd, and madness is the only sane response. You want to know who I really am, JJ? Call the police, Stan. Call the police. You know what you get as your final news show, JJ? You get a news story that you fucking deserve.
Like Jonah Jameson, Cletus Kasady is dead. I am Carnage.